Sorry about the glitch there, guys. I had to switch over to Wi-Fi. I didn't have it switched on. So who we got in tonight so far then? Kieran Sanjee's. He's been fighting cancer for quite some time now, and unfortunately, extremely sadly, we lost him today. He lost his fight with cancer, and unfortunately, yeah, we've lost Kieran now, and it's particularly devastating because, basically myself, my fiancée Leanne, her father Phil, Margaret, his missus, and Leanne's sister Lucy, we were quite close to Kieran and his family. Kieran came to some away games with us. He came to a lot of home games. He was such a lovely lad. He was such a, he was really, really strong. He knew what was going on. He knew what was coming, and he dealt with it. He went on. I'm glad to say he was there for a lot of the Great Escape. A lot of the players went to go and see him, and Flinny went to go and see him quite regular. Big man, I'm sorry to say, but one of our younger fans, Kieran Sanjee's, lost his life. He lost his battle with cancer today. We lost him this morning early. He was at home with his family. He went peacefully. And like I say, he had a lot of good memories. He got the Great Escape as a great memory. What can I say? He's got to see a lot of the players. He spent a lot of time with T. Haffen down in Barry, who apparently were really great to him. Yeah, so he went peacefully. He was such a brave boy. He would have gone happily with his family, and I can say is rest in peace, Kieran. For those who didn't know, his surname, I think someone asked for it then, his surname is Sanjee's. Kieran Sanjee's, and obviously he thought it was great with his family at the moment. But like I said, I nearly didn't do this tonight, but I just thought it would have been. I just thought it would have been not right to not do it, because I know Kieran would have wanted me to do this. He was a fan of what we did on YouTube. He was a big fan of the Amber Army and our chants. And I'm not sure if you're aware, we obviously sang his name a few times. We sang for him many times in the past, and unfortunately we've had to say goodbye to him today. But like I say, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do this live stream now. We're going to do it as we usually do it. Okay, guys. Like I say, we're going to talk county. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk anything you want to talk about today, guys. Okay, and I'll stay on you for as long as I need to talk to you all. And that's basically it. So let's get it started, guys. Yeah, that's we're going to get through this. We're going to do it for Kieran. Yeah. Like I say, it's a sad day, but like I say, the Amber Army were at the Pill Carnival today. Obviously, we sold some of our stuff. We planted a county flag in the Pill community, and so right, okay, let's crack on. Callum Fox, where do you think Newport finished this season? We started really strongly. I'm really glad how strong we've started. Obviously, things going right on and off the pitch at the moment. We've got a great team together, and I got a feeling it's going to be a great season. And obviously, this season it'd be a fitting tribute to Kieran if we can do well. Opinions on Lamar to Arsenal? Are we talking? We're not talking Lamar Reynolds, are we, big man? Can you be specific on that one? In the Pill Carnival, we were by the information station, right by where the ice cream was. We had a stall, basically. Right, Mark. I obviously you're late, mate. Obviously, anyone in the comments able to tell me what happened. Mark, you're the Peter Bafana, am I right? Basically, Newport County, we had a young fan, a bit like like Bradley Lowry. Um, Basically, Kieran Sanjis is a teenage lad diagnosed with cancer. We lost him this morning. He lost his battle this morning. So, like I say, I have to try and stop talking about that, otherwise you're going to get me all welled up. But yeah, it's great that all the Welsh teams won. Pill Carnival, sorry. So opinions on Lamar to Arsenal. All I know, Arsenal need players and fast. So Monaco, I got a lot of good players there. I don't know Lamar that well, to be honest with you. A lot of these players have just come onto the scene. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure. Arsenal need players. They need reinforcements and fast. So my opinion is there should be a lot more to follow. Pale Carnival, like I say, we were next to the information station by where the ice cream and all the dinky donuts were. We weren't anywhere near the fairground. Bluebirds TV 26, awesome. All the Welsh teams won on Saturday. Yeah, it's always good to see the Welsh teams win, and hopefully that'll push the national team to go on and win this weekend as well, because it's a must win. New pitch is fantastic. Absolutely unbelievable pitch. It's great, absolutely great. Ellis, Newell on fire chant is one of my favourite chants, and he deserves it. Certainly, hat trick. 2 goals before that. He's 5 goals, top scorer. Yeah, absolutely. Great, absolutely great. We got a real good strike partnership there. No, we're definitely looking good at the moment. Definitely, we don't look weak in any position on the pitch at the moment. It's great. Yeah, Mark. Yep, I know, mate. I know it's a particularly tough time for us, but like I say, in tribute to Kieran, we're going to push on and do this. Talk about my thoughts on the legendary Brian Clough. Also, give my girlfriend Lottie a shite date. Sorry, I got that. Lottie is a shite date for you, young lady, and Brian Clough. Brian Clough for me is possibly he's always referred to as the greatest manager England never had. That's very true. He's a great manager, absolutely unbelievable. What he managed to do at Derby, regardless of his motives to beat Leeds, he went to Leeds and thought that he could turn them into the champions he wanted them to be. Because you remember, he had a lot of admiration for Leeds United when he got to play them in the FA Cup when he was at Derby, and obviously the attitude of them he hated. And to be honest with you, that kind of attitude is a hateable attitude to have in football. Leeds at the day is very different because obviously we're building a bit of a friendship with them at the moment. But Brian Clough, what he managed to do, not just at Derby but then at Nottingham Forest as well, absolutely unbelievable. You might think a little bit of an Arsene Wenger type situation where he wasn't able to keep it going with Nottingham Forest, but at the end of the day, the competition back in them days, anyone could be good. You know, it wasn't like Arsenal now where they should be good. Anyone could be good. Anyone could fall off. Brian Clough, what he did with both Derby and Nottingham Forest was absolutely unbelievable. So Brian Clough deserves a big mention. Thanks for bringing him up. He's one of the managers I've always admired. So we're going to catch up now. Score predictions for Exeter. We might pinch it 1-0 like we did last year. But last time we beat Exeter 1-0. To push to steer clear of relegation. This time we're going to beat Exeter 1-0 to push towards promotion. I'm putting my neck on the line and saying that it's a possibility this year. Alexis to Man United is on, and I tell you something now, if he wants to be the most hated person to ever play for Arsenal, think of what happened to Van Persie for moving from Arsenal to Man U. If Alexis goes, and I don't even know where Man United got the money after all the money they've spent over the last couple of years. They're talking FFP with Paris Saint-Germain, but they need FFP looking at them if they're able to afford Alexis Sanchez as well as all the other players they've bought. Arsenal Fan TV. Right. Well, it was funny. Alright, I get it now. Arsenal Fan TV. I haven't actually watched it yet, so thanks for reminding me. That's something for me to do after I've done this vlog. Crawley surprised me Saturday beating Swindon. Right. Newport County last year. We beat Notts County and Accrington 3-1 away. So Crawley, teams like Crawley get their surprise wins every now and again. I'm not backing them to do much more unless they carry on winning. If they can carry on winning and Harry Kuehl turns it round, then fair enough. I don't see it happening personally. Arsenal performance yesterday. Now, I refer to West Ham's performance against Man United first game of the season as one of the worst performances I've ever seen in the Premier League. Arsenal topped that for me yesterday. I like Liverpool, so I always want to speak well of Liverpool. But Arsenal yesterday was so poor, it was too easy for Liverpool to look good. I mean, Liverpool still had to do well, and Liverpool looked frightening. Liverpool, I think, will do top four again. I don't know if they go any further than that. They need to make these signings cater. Can someone enlighten me? What I've gathered is that they're paying to activate a release clause that isn't active until next year, but then they're paying a bit extra to activate it now. I don't know how that's working. Apparently, they're down to sign him next season. I don't quite get what's going on. They need him this season. Liverpool need a couple of players. I don't know if midfield is the position they need it for. Will this mean that Coutinho could be moving on if they're signing a midfielder? But at the end of the day, Liverpool need players as well, but they need that defender and the goalkeeper first. First thoughts on Amond. First thoughts, he linked well with Noble in the second half. He ran, which not many strikers do. Run for the ball, worked hard for the team, got his debut goal. Much more to come from him, I think. So Tom Evans' opinion. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, got that. Bit late up the county, yep. Good that you could join us, even though it is a bit late. Woody Bully saw Nuble in town today. Good. Did you congratulate him on his hat trick? Did you talk to him? Definitely worth talking to. Nuble or Jolly and O'Connor. I gotta say Jolly and O'Connor still, because they actually did the business for us over the course of the season. If Nuble and Amond get us into League One, then obviously it will be Nuble, Amond over Jolly and O'Connor. Well, that's going to take some doing. Really is going to take some doing. Greg, he's back. Hello, Chris. Good to see you Saturday. Yep, it was always good to see you too, mate. Happy days. Good day you could come up for the game. Well done on selling all your tickets. What a day it was. Good times. Looked like they allowed us to put the flags on. Yep. I'm actually, on behalf of the Amber Army, I'm actually in dialogue with Ian Wilkinson, who's the head security person for Roddy Parade. He's working for the Welsh Rugby Union now. Used to be for Roddy Parade Limited. He is now actually speaking to us about allowing us to put flags up on the North Terrace. It looks as though anyone with flags will be able to put theirs up as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good that the Welsh Rugby Union are working well with us. Nuble, Amond all day. But look, at the end of the day, they had one good game together. We can't put them above a partnership that gave us a full... Well, I know Joddy wasn't full season, but the bigger part of a season. You can't put them above a partnership that got us back in the Football League. It can't happen. Sorry, guys. Nuble proved in the second half why he's a striker and not a winger. Yeah, got to be in the centre. 100%. Two central strikers together like that. It just can't be beaten. I know you get... I mean... Even though I'm contradicting my own thoughts on the perfect formation with the two inside forwards and the central striker, but if you're going to play Amond and Nuble, they got to be as a front two, not as a front three or a front one. Got to be a front two, which opens up a good formation in a 5-3-2 that Flinney can do. So yeah, I'm happy to see them do as a front two. LATV, you're the lad I saw at Pill Carnival earlier, aren't you? Thanks for buying the stuff and supporting us. Absolutely great. Good to see that you like Liverpool too. I'm a Liverpool man outside of county as well. But yeah, subscribe to this guy. This guy had a lot of good things to say about the channel today. This guy is doing a lot of good things on his own. LATV, please, let's show him some love. Let's get subscribing to him. I'm going to go and do it as soon as I finish this. LATV, good lad. Woody Bully, see Flynn in the Argus and the words you said to Nuble. He said, be man of the match in the second half for us. And he went on and gone and done it. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. I mean, Flinney is a proper gaffer. A proper one. And it's been a long time since we've had one. Just in Edinburgh, for me, I think Jimmy Dack had a lot to do with our success. Because at the end of the day, just in Edinburgh isn't replicating any successes in League One. Whether he could drop down to League Two again, I don't know. Or even as far as the conference and do it again, I don't know. But for me, I think Flinney is on course to be one of the greatest managers we've ever had. If he can get us into League One, it will make him that, because saving us in the way that he did, then taking us up, I mean, you don't get better than that, do it? Ellis Williams, biggest shock in League Two so far. Biggest shock in League Two so far. I wouldn't say it's us beating Coventry. I'd say, but Yeovil were home to Coventry, so you can expect teams like Coventry to lose to smaller clubs in this division every now and again. I think it's Lincoln City's poor start. I know they've won 4-1, but before that they hadn't won a game. They'd lost 2. I think Lincoln City's poor start is a bigger shock, because everybody expected them, because of all the money they've spent, to push on. But in the same way Mansfield were expected to push on, and they're nowhere near it. So us and Exeter being the top 2, that's a shock in its own, really, but not so much for Exeter, because Exeter finished strong, even though they lost a lot of players as well. So yeah, I suppose you could say a bit of a mix of Lincoln's poor start and Errol and Exeter's great start. Big man, see you next Saturday, definitely. You're going to Exeter, are you, mate? Please say you. Yeah, what have I taken? Is it called stand? Oh no, you're coming next Saturday, right? So yeah, Hazel Terrace, mate, is what you want. You want to get into the Hazel Terrace. Aled Biston, hello. Yeah, I'll let you two have your little conversation there. Jack Wolvin, who do you think will win tomorrow, Newport or Forest Green? It's going to be a tough one, really. I mean, Forest Green haven't really started that well, but it's the kind of game that they'll just win, because that's just football for you. But in light of what's happening with young Kieran, I think our players are going to be able to wear black armbands. So I'd imagine a performance from our team, just to play for his memory. So I think that would be nice if they could get the win for him whilst wearing the black armbands in his memory. Aled, I'll leave you to it with you and your little living. Up the county, just hope that the pitch stays good. It should, considering how much it cost. Yep, good point. If it does, there's no excuse for us not to go. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, mate. I mean, the pitch is a far cry from last season. Absolutely pristine. Can it handle 3 teams, including 2 rugby teams? My answer to that would be yes. 2014, 2015, the crap pitch managed a full season with those 3 teams, because it was maintained correctly with the right drainage system. They fixed the drainage system. They laid an even better surface, a 10 times, 50 times, 100 times better surface, and now I can't see any reason why it won't hold out if it's maintained correctly. Aled and Ewan talking amongst themselves. Marcus May, hey, hi Chris, what would your starting lineup be tomorrow versus FGR? I think a couple of the players that didn't play Saturday, I think rules state we have to play 6 players. I'd like to see Amond get another start. With Nuble, maybe. It could be worth doing that to keep them 2 playing together, because the more they play together, the more they'll learn from each other and learn how to play together. So, yeah, it would be worth keeping them 2 in the team. I think we've got to keep the captain in the team, because if we want to win the game, winning the game brings us money. We're going to get a lot of money for winning that game, so we're going to want to win it. I think it's 10 grand a point you get in this season's Checker Trade Trophy, if it's still called the Checker Trade Trophy. I'm not sure if it is. Can someone correct me if it's not? So I'd go strong, but I would give a couple of players who didn't play Saturday a good run out. People like Lamar Reynolds. I'd give Jazzy Barn and Bob a run down the right, to be honest with you, because he's the kind of player that can devastate if he gets the ball at his feet and he can run at people. So yeah, I'd play Tom Owen Evans if he's back from injury. Reece Cole didn't have the best first half for us, so he ended up coming off. I'd give him another game, build him up some confidence, because he had a good game against Coventry. Just we could do with having him back in that. So yeah, I couldn't really name a proper starting lineup, but I would give a couple of players like what I just mentioned a go. Lewis Riley, Green Army. Oh, we got a Plymouth fan in. I hear you're enjoying life in League 2, not. Aaron Day. I love Nuble, passion. Oh, he does go for it, doesn't he? When he scores the goals, he really comes to the fans and he really gets going, and he says a lot of nice things about us on Twitter. Happy days. Salah, Mane and Firmino, best front 3. Yeah, for a front three, you couldn't hope for much better than them. I mean, they're devastating, aren't they? I mean, they absolutely tore Arsenal a new one. As bad as they were, I mean, they absolutely destroyed them. So, can they do it against the bigger teams with better defences? They obviously Mane was able to last year. Firmino was able to last year. Salah looks like he could be a key part in that. And if Coutinho does end up staying at Liverpool and actually gets into the team and they get the best from him, the service them three will get from that midfield will be phenomenal. And if Liverpool sign that centre back, keep Coutinho and have him playing at his best, I think top two for Liverpool. Scabs, thoughts on Hartlepool right now? Right, I got my beef with Jeff Stelling and his little panel of monkeys that decided that they were going to jump around like idiots when Hartlepool were looking like they were going to stay up, and then act like someone had died when we scored the goal to send Hartlepool down. Look, my beef's with them, not with Hartlepool and their proper fans. I actually speak to a few Hartlepool fans and they're nice people, and what they're going through is devastating because it could have been us. So I'm glad in a way that they're doing as badly, even though they won today, mind you, they could be turning the corner. But I'm glad. Oh, sorry, I got the yaws on already. Right, I'm glad for Jeff Stelling that they're doing badly, but not for the regular fans, because they have got some nice fans up there. Right, we're not playing a league game tomorrow, Lewis. No, we're playing Forest Green in I think it's still the Checker Trade Trophy. Like I said, I think someone might correct me down there. So nice to see a Plymouth fan getting involved. I know a lot of your fans said a lot of nice things about us when we put out the video of your pitch invasion. Although you pumped us 6-1 and could have sent us down on goal difference because of that. But we stayed up. And to be honest with you, it doesn't exactly crush me to see you guys doing badly to start with in League One. But I know you'll turn it round. You're too big and you're too good to get yourselves relegated back down. So you'll be fine. At the county, are you going to watch Wales or the Exeter game? Club before country, mate. That's all I'm going to say to that. Ellis Williams, we blew about 20 balloons up before. Yeah, that was poor. I'm a bit pissed off about the balloon thing. We had loads of them. That would have been good if we could have let a load of balloons out. But Rodney Parade's rules, Welsh Rugby Union, if they're working well to accommodate us, I suppose we got to replicate with that one. So I'm not going to be so buttered about it, to be honest. Ellis Williams, are you going tomorrow? I'm not going tomorrow, mate, no. I'm going to save my money for Exeter. This football stuff, it costs an awful lot of money. And I can't afford to do it all. So I'm going to Exeter. Before anybody asks, yes, I am going to Exeter. I got my ticket. And I'm saving my money for that, not going to Forest Green. Rob Parsons, yeah, I know you blew up loads as well. Balloons. Ruby, is that right, or is it Robbie, but you're putting it in a Robbie or whatever, I don't know. Robbie, I'm going to call you. Are you going to Exeter? Yes. In the Checker Trade Trophy, right? So it still is a Checker Trade Trophy, happy days. Do first and second go throughs or just first? I think it's first and second because there's 4 teams in the group. Newport County, Forest Green Rovers, Cheltenham and Swansea 23. So I think it is 2. Lewis, I stood next to you to the right of you when he's doing you. Oh right, you stood next to me while I was doing the pre-match live at Leeds. Oh happy days, you should have got yourself on, mate. You should have said something, or did I ask you? I don't remember. I did ask quite a lot of people stuff on that one. Right, Aled, follow from Swansea but follow County. Do I go to Cheltenham and Port Vale both at home? I mean, are you asking? I don't know. Yeah, if you got the chance to come to the County game, you should definitely come. Georgie's in. Hi, mate. Yep, happy days. In November, Aled. In November, do you come to both games? Yes, come to them both if you got the money, of course. Spotty Curtin. Alright, another cryptic one for Mr. Ball. Spotty Curtin. What are we talking about? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hello. Hello to you too, mate. U and B. It's nice to see that more people are getting involved with the stand now with the chance. It was quality there Saturday. Yeah, but it was a bit flat before we equalised, wasn't it? And even before they went 1-0 up, it was alright to start with, and it was dying out a little bit. We need to get a little bit more enthusiasm kicked into people. Get the chance going for longer, get the chance going in the first place, Nice to see other people getting involved now. I mean, there was loads of people around us, so, that I didn't really recognise, from standing near us on a regular basis. So Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way the atmosphere went. I just hope that we can do that every game, irrespective of whether we're winning, losing, or drawing. Big man, a lot of Premier League clubs looking to loan players out now. Could you see us signing a goalkeeper, maybe another winger? Well, if it's a goalkeeper, not on loan. Oh, sorry, oh, God. Knackered. I had a busy day then, Pill Carnival. I am knackered. I will probably be going to bed after this. If we're going to sign a goalkeeper, not on loan, I think we got enough in the wing department. To be honest with you, goalkeepers are the only place we really need a backup keeper to keep Joe Day on his toes. I think that's pretty much it. Robbie Face was like a tomato. Yeah, it goes like that when you blow a lot. Bluebirds TV, what's your new favourite away games? What's your new few away games? Can you reword that, mate? It might just be me, but I can't get what you're asking there, sorry. There we go. David Barron. David's in, happy days. Still check a trade trophy, but I thought it was 10k for winning. That's what it was last year, but I've heard that it's 10k per point now, just to make it a bit more lucrative for the clubs who were involved. Apparently, with the whole Coventry taking 32,000 to Wembley, they made a mint off it, so they want to push it even further. Coventry might have spoiled the boycott, but I don't believe in the boycott. I believe extra games for your club to make a bit of money. You should make the most of them and help your club make more money. You know, irrespective of what your perspective might be on whether Premier League teams should be allowed to put B teams in. You know, I don't agree with that myself, but if there's money to be made, we got to make the money. Ryan lad worried that a club might come in for Newbley. If a club comes in for Newbley, they're going to have to pay for him because he's on a 2-year contract. So I don't think anyone's going to pay for him, you know, because he has been a failure elsewhere. So people aren't going to come in and pay for someone who failed at their level, you know, for someone who's just hit one hat trick in League Two. I can imagine if he carries on in that form throughout the season, maybe in January someone might take a punt on him, but they will have to pay money, and we will be able to replace him then. Up the county, Newbley and I guess you meant to say Eamond got all the fame Saturday, but Sean Rigg, Dan Butler changed the game. They did. They absolutely did. They did great, them two. They came on and made a big change. And it just goes to show the strength and depth that we got. We got people who can come off the bench and change the game. But the thing is, on another game, on another day, they may have started and done poorly, and then got taken off, and the players that they came on for might change that game. It's very much horses for courses with a lot of things, and you know that particular game they were able to have an impact on. So fair play to them. All right, do you think Chesterfield would be relegation contenders? Right. So Georgie, you're a Notts County fan, so you're not particularly a fan of Chesterfield. So I bet you'd love for me to say that they'd be relegation contenders. Unfortunately, even though we pumped them 4-1, I don't think they will be. There was a lot of class in that team, and they were, well, I wouldn't say they were the better team in the first half, but they moved the ball around well. So I don't think they'll go down. No, they won't be relegation contenders. Sorry, mate. Buddy. Tomorrow's a game for the likes of Tozer and Jazzy. Tozer, that's a good point. Yeah, Tozer, I'd love to see him get to play tomorrow. Yes, buddy, mate. Yeah, okay. LATV, Newell, very experienced and played in Premier League. It was his first senior hat-trick on Saturday. Yeah, I've always said his level, sorry, that's the word I was looking for, his level for now might be League 2. I'd imagine his level could be League 1 Championship, where he was aspired to be Championship, Premiership. I'd imagine his level in League 2, he find his level, find his confidence, and drive on from there. So I think Newbley has made a good career move coming to us, and we've made a good move getting him at the club. Sorry if my words were a little bit off tonight, guys, and obviously, you know, if you weren't here at the beginning of the blog, we lost a young county fan today to cancer, and it's just a bit tough to take at the moment because I knew him personally. Aaron Day, will there be a chant for Raymond if he carries on scoring? 100% yes. I've already thought maybe is the Christian Jolly chant that we had, but instead of Christian Jolly County is 23. Is it Padraig? Patrick? I'm not sure if it's Padraig or Patrick or whatever. I don't know exactly how you pronounce his first name. I'll get the right pronunciation, but just say it's Padraig. Be Padraig Armand, County's number 9. It fits in perfectly in the same way as Christian Jolly, County's 23. So that would be my bet for his chant. If he carries on scoring, of course. People don't get a chance without doing well for us. Sané, Aguero, Sterling, better than Salah, Mane and Firmino. Yeah, well, it's a bit of a toughie, that one. I think on paper, yes, they are. I don't think Sterling's better than Mane. Sané and Salah, but I'd say Aguero's better than Firmino, but Firmino is still tops. So that's a tough one, that one is. Tough one. Yeah, we got Blackpool man Sam Hagan. How's it going, mate? Oliver Davis. What away teams would bring the biggest crowd? Swindon, I think, is going to be the one to bring the biggest crowd. Marcus May, do you think County should bring in any more players before the transfer window shuts? I think we should bring another goalie competition for day. Said this earlier, mate. 100% yes. Another goalie is competition for day. He needs to be kept on his toes. Big man, yes. Hazel Terrace. That is exactly where we are, behind the away dugouts. Bluebirds TV. Oh, the next few away games. Well, we've got Exeter coming up and Forest Green tomorrow. I'm not going to Forest Green tomorrow, saving my money for Exeter. So they're the next couple of away games. I'd have to check my fixture list to see what the next one is. I think Wickham home is the next home game the following Saturday. Rob Parsons, hope we done well at the carnival. Yeah, we sold a few things. There's a lot of people there. It was culturally, it was so diverse because if you don't know Pill has got a bit of everything really. You got a Muslim community, there's an Asian community, there's like an Afro community, there's an Eastern European community within Pill, and obviously we got Welsh white community as well. So such a mix of people, and maybe with a lot of them local football wouldn't be their thing. But a lot of people showed some keen interest. Come and ask us some questions. That was nice to speak to some new people. What was good is to put a county sort of presence within that community, so people to see Newport County from us, and it'll stick in their minds. Hopefully, just raise the profile of the club just that little bit. But every little bit helps, of course. Right, Red and White Army beat Swindon 3-0. That was a cracking result, mind you, guys. Honestly. Really surprised me because I know you've lost your first. Is that right? You've lost your first three, and then you just went and beat, on paper, one of the strongest teams in the division 3-0 on their own ground. For me, it shows that maybe Harry Kewell might be able to turn things around. Maybe he's got the players and the right sort of resource there to turn things around for you. But then it's still early days in the season. If I remember right, Plymouth lost their first three games and ended up getting promoted. But Red and White Army, to be honest with you, I'd be surprised if you were out of the relegation battle this year. I'm not saying you're going to go down. I'd be surprised if you're out of the battle. We've been stuck in that battle and we got our own share of surprise results along the way. But I'm not saying you're going to go down. I just fear for you a little bit this season. That's all, mate. Sorry to say. Ellis Williams, you've got Swansea under 21s, not under 23s. Sorry, yeah, that is right. It is an under 21 squad. It's just a lot of other people call it under 23s. Ben Wheeler, what do you think of Dan Butler's performance off the bench? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That left hand side, we were deadly down there, and Dan Butler is fantastic going forward. Absolutely brilliant. I just think his defensive work needs a lot of work on it, but not to say that he can't learn. He's definitely got Wayne Hatswell's influence there, who played very similar position to him. Rob Parsons got to miss Newley's first goal, buying chips for the kids. Well, you had your priorities right, mate. Family first, county second, but at least we scored that goal, and you got to see the highlights, I'm sure, at the end. At the end of the day, on Channel 5, up the county. Do you know how long Jackson is out for? I'm led to believe he's very close. Hopefully, close enough to get a run out tomorrow night. Hopefully, Ben Widow and Lucky Rob. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Alright, you pronounce Armand's name as Patrick Armand. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Patrick Armand. So we got that one cleared up. Georgie, you're a star. Thank you very much for that. Orient, a third, up the county. Anyone want a sub? There we go. Els Vlogs is offering to subscribe. Obviously, you've got to return the favour and subscribe back. Let's do some subscribing with Els Vlogs then. Orient doing well. It's good to see. Your club don't deserve to be in the non-league, and I hope you can get back up first time of asking. As long as you do it in the playoffs, because I want Tranmere to win the league, because I got them on my full season accumulator. Up the county. Thanks for that shout out, mate. That's really good of you. And yeah, people, please subscribe to Els Vlogs. I'm sure he'll subscribe back. UMB, people on goals. goals on 5 penalties as Padraig Armand. I think as long as you're saying Padraig or Padraig or Padrick, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure that, he knows he's got an awkward name to pronounce. It's not awkward in Ireland, of course, but coming over here, you know that people are going to not pronounce your name right. As long as Armand will do me. Aaron Day, Newley, 2 goals off last season's tops. Yeah, well, that's just mental, isn't it? Last season's top scorer scored 7 goals for us. Newley is already on 5, and we're still in August. That's mental, isn't it? Next league game, Georgie, we are away to Exeter. It's a top of the table clash. Who would have thought Exeter versus Newport would be a top of the table League 2 clash after last season? Well, Exeter maybe, but not Newport. But there we go. Getting there. Big up Pill, you're from Pill. Big man's from Pill. Good man. What part of Newport do you... I'm from Bettis. This flat is a Bettis flat. Yep. No, I'm not going to big that up much because there's nothing really to big up. I live in Bettis. There we go. Just leaving that one there. LATV, see you against Chesterfield on holiday Saturday. Alright, you're going on holiday on Saturday, are you, mate? Just to make sure I get that one right. Ben Wheeler, I'm in. Right, okay, what does that mean? Sorry. Els Vlogs, they got Dean Cox, he's coming home. Dean Cox. Who's Dean Cox? I recognise him. Is he a player? Woody Buddy Feeney. Oh, I don't think I got that much love for Feeney, mate. But, it's nice to see him doing all right for himself. He was a nice bloke, he was. All right, Marcus, mate. How do you think Leeds will do this year? I think they're going up this year, mate. I think this is their year. Leeds' year to be back where they belong in the Premier League. It's been too long for them. Far, far too long. And it's about time they done it. Aaron Day, what do you think of Sterling sending off? Right, I'm on both sides on this one. First of all, you can't fault the referee for doing his job because it's the rules. He has to enforce the rules, so it's not his fault. He had to. But I think the rule is messed up and it shouldn't stand. Absolutely not. No way. If you score a last minute goal and you go to celebrate with your fans, you should not be booked. You shouldn't receive a second booking. No way. Right, Jack Carey, what pub do you and other fans go to after matches? I personally go to the Dodger, but a lot of fans go to a lot of different places around the ground. For me personally, it's the Dodger. But I hope everyone supports the Marquee this season. We do get a cut of the money. Els Vlogs, thanks mate. Not Tranmere, they're near the bottom, Taff. Well, I backed them. It's still early days. Like I say, in League 2 last season, Plymouth are near the bottom, and they ended up going up. So I want you and Tranmere to go up. That's what I want. I want you and Tranmere to go up. Right. Greg, big expectations at Swindon. They're one of the biggest clubs in this league. Yeah, of course. Pressure will be on them if they don't deliver. Completely agree on Cloughie. Absolute football legend. There you go. Absolutely. Greg, you always make sense, mate. Well done. Yeah, there we go. Who cares about Armand's name? As long as he scored goals. Yeah, but we got to get his name right for the chant, though. I think he should get Christian Jolly's one. Rob Parsons is also from Pill. There we go. Up the county. Hopefully, if we keep up this good form, we might get a live game on Sky Sports. I wouldn't get your hopes up on that anytime soon, mate. Sky Sports don't like us because we upset Jeff Stelling. So, and at the moment, we haven't had one single live Sky Sports game since we've been back in the Football League. 5th season now, still nothing. Absolutely atrocious. Right, plays with Crawley and was Orient legend, but they only released him for no reason when he was playing Super. Alright, so Dean Cox, right, okay, that's what I know him from when he played for Orient before and he's a legend, and I take it your owner released him for no reason. Well, obviously it's not the owner now. Obviously the owner now is a good guy, I'm led to believe. There we go, we're subbing people. Come on, this Kevin Ellison to Newport, absolutely not. Past it. Long gone, Ellison. And we don't particularly like him here in Newport. I mean, personally, me and a few of the lads had a good laugh with him. That one of the recent times he came down to Newport for the game. But no, obviously he has done us wrong on the field too many times for us to ever want him to play for us. Max Manasseh and Chris, you never know, it might be counting in Leeds promotion double this year. I tell you what, let's go for a Liverpool Premier League treble and I'd be happy. But I tell you one team I want to see get promoted this year, and that's Merthyr. I would love to see Merthyr go up in their division. Big man, I'd snap Allison's legs. Good man, yeah, that would be funny. Biggest club in the EFL. So are we basically saying EFL, so below the Premier League? Because I've got to say, 100% that is Leeds United. Elslogs, Taff, Hartlepool are in the drop zone. Good job. Well, Hartlepool won't stay in the drop zone. They will not do a York. But it is good to see Jeff Stelling upset and butthurt over it all. Jamie Buckley, do you have a second team I support? Yeah. I wouldn't say I've got a second team I support. What I've got is a team I grew up with because Newport County went out of business in 1989. I was born in 84, so when I was old enough to start liking football, around the age of 4 or 5, County had fallen out of the Football League and then went bust. So when it came to me choosing a team, I went with my father, who started after Newport County went, he started watching Liverpool. But he always watched Liverpool and County, but he focused all on Liverpool, obviously. Although he is now a County season ticket holder again, fair play to him. I followed him and went for Liverpool. But found my own way with the County later on in life. So County's first, Liverpool second. Rob Parsons, County don't need any more players. There's backup in all positions except goalkeeper. I do believe we needed a goalkeeper. I don't think if Joe Day got injured, I don't think Bittner would be able to do the job for us. Yep, everybody's subbing each other. That's brilliant. You know, we're all subscriber friends as well now. See what knots for the playoff semis in May. Oh yeah, I like that, George. Yeah, that I would quite like that. It's a way of you getting revenge against us, but then you're our happy team. You know, beating you provides us with good things, like beating you at your game last season made us think Graham Wesley was going to get us promoted. No, because that happened, didn't it? Jesus Christ. What an absolute nightmare that turned out to be. But obviously beating you at home made sure that we were able to be a Football League team this season. Will Exeter be sentenced to deletion? Well, they'll be sentenced to second place at least anyway, after we beat them on Saturday. Driving test. Everybody, let's all wish Georgie good luck on his driving test tomorrow. Mate, it took me 4 attempts to get my driving test. It is a very difficult test, but if you feel ready for it, you're going to smash it, mate. I've got every confidence in you, bud. Els Vlogs, David Pipe, yep, top man Pipey. He's playing like he's supposed to be like 33, 34. He's playing like he's 23, 24. He's so fit and so agile. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So strong as well. Off the pitch, do you think it would be good for us to go up? Off the pitch, do you think it was good? Spoke to a few people about it and they're a bit sceptical about that. Off the pitch, do you think it would be good for us to go up? There is a lot more money to be had in League One. The sponsorship deals are worth a lot more. We get more TV money, we get more Football League money. There's a lot of good things we get for getting promoted, and it means we will have the money to be competitive, but will we ever have enough money to get the right players to be competitive enough to push for the Championship, or would we always be looking out over our shoulders at the 4 relegation spots that exist in League One? That's the thing. I believe that we're a club that could be ready one day, and if we did get promoted, we wouldn't start thinking, oh no, we haven't got the money for League One. I think if we did get promoted, we'd look, this is the next step, but it's a big step to take at the moment. That's all I'll say about that one. Bittner's playing days over. Yeah, we are Taff Army. Nice one. Do you get any DOS for 1k subs? Well, the channel is monetized, and the way it's working out, I think, will basically, if you're just on AdSense and not with another network, you got a £60 payment threshold, and we tend to hit that once a year. But I think we'll hit 120 because we got screwed over by a network. We went through the whole summer with a network, and we were due about £12-15, and they just disappeared, and I had to take our channel down from them. And I think we missed out on quite a lot there. But I think we're looking good. Well, the support from you guys is helpful with that anyway, so we really do appreciate it. Tom Evans, any news on the player Josh Labardi took down? He didn't break his leg, it was just a really badly bruised leg. He may be out for a little while, but not for a long time like they thought he would be. Guys, you know, we've hit the 45-minute mark, so we'll have to wrap it up now, unfortunately. So I am going to have to ask if we can stop taking questions now and start saying our goodbyes. I will catch up on the ones that I've got to get through now. Rob Parsons, I think Luke Kevin like Matt Hardy. I don't know. Rob, I don't know what that means, mate, but I'm sure someone knows what it is. If you could explain it a little bit more, I'll have a look at it. Aaron Day, I heard your vlog about Man City looking at our pitch. Yeah, Man City have been looking at our pitch because they've got a Desso pitch themselves, but we've got a more upgraded version of the Desso pitch than what they have. So they're looking at it because they want it too, and apparently they're very impressed. Greg, thanks for another great broadcast. Chris, top bloke, cheers. No problem, mate. Thanks very much. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I'm about to turn this into friggin' bubbles now. The hell have I done? No, I don't want... Oh, no. What's going on? Right. Normal. It won't let me choose it, man. Jeez. What have I done? Ah, there we go. Press the right button. There we go. Let's catch up now. Let's catch up. Ben White will ever play in the Premiership? I think he will. He's an absolute gem. We got him for the season as well. It's great. Absolutely great. If they stay in the Premier course, yeah, well, I think they will. I think they've got a good chance. As good a chance as any. Teams who come up are doing a lot better these days, you know. I mean, I think some of them have stayed up a lot more than they used to anyway. So yeah, I wish Brighton luck. You know, I mean they've worked a lot to get in the Premier League. It'd be a bit devastating for them to lose it. You know, Bournemouth have stayed up. What Brighton can do it too. Big man. Aaron Day, how's our youth development going? It's obviously going well because we've ended up having 2 players go quite recently. Obviously Bristol Rovers have managed to nab Kavanagh off us, and obviously Leicester had Rhys Davis. So yeah, obviously it just goes to show that we're bringing players through really well. So here we go, all of our good nights. Thank you very much, all of you, for being involved again. And like I said, this blog, this live stream is dedicated to Kieran Sanjis. So, you know, rest in peace, Kieran. You know, you're an absolute fighter, absolutely brave as hell, and it's just devastating that, you know, this has had to happen to you. But obviously, my thoughts go out to your family right now, and like I say, it's a heartbreaking time, but you know we'll be singing for you. We certainly will be singing for you, and yeah, what else can I say? Thanks again, guys, and yeah. Just one quick one from James. Well, Luke, Kevin, I think Newport will go up if they don't concede so many penalties, and yeah, okay. Yep, happy days, yep. If we don't concede so many penalties, and how do I think Newport are going to do this year? If we can keep it up, we could go up if we keep it up. But, like I say, keep to reality and don't overthink it. Take it a game at a time. So, we'll leave it with that one. Thanks again, guys, and until next time, cheerio for now, and up the county.